Hi, friends. Welcome. Happy Friday. I'm Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And we're here today because we're going to make a project, a fun paper project using Stampin' Up! Products. That's a lot of P's in there. I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie, who is she had a bath today, and her little bows are cute. Let me see. She's got two little bows on the front. Let me check now and make sure that we're live, because I have to make sure. Okay, good. It looks like we're live, so that's a good thing. How are you guys today? Renee Parisi, good to see you today. Cherie, Roz, and Carol, my telephone over there is saying that you're watching. Yes, Carol from Connecticut. And Margaret, good morning. Good to see you guys. Ellie is so soft today. I gave her a bath, and we have this shampoo, this oatmeal shampoo that my husband got her, and she just is so soft. She smells so good. Hilda, good to see you. You guys look wonderful from here. I wish I could see your sweet faces. I'm trying to think of something, a way that I could do as a special Zoom where we could all get on a Zoom and see each other's faces and chat a little bit. Stay tuned for that. It's in my mind. I've got it cooking. So, is it hot where you are? It's 100 here today, and it is pretty hot. The air conditioner is just blasting. Jeanne, good to see you. Yes, she's got actually two purple bows. Let me see if I can show them. Yeah, two little purple bows. That kind of keeps her hair back. Roz has, oh, you got some Snickers, some detangler that smells like mango. I know. Wonderful. When they smell good, it just makes us love them even more, if that is even possible. I don't even know if that's possible. Oh, Renee, okay. Paris. Thank you for correcting me. I really do want to know, Renee, because I like it when people pronounce my name correctly also. I hope I remember that. Renee Paris. That makes total sense. I've got it. Okay, Polly from North Carolina. Good to see you. I bet it's kind of warm and a little moist in North Carolina. Tina, hot and humid, Granite Falls, North Carolina, 93. Yep. Just kind of what I was thinking. Humid. Polly, 94, and very humid. Yeah. You know, we are more humid here than we've ever been, but it's nothing compared to what some of you have, so I totally understand. And inside is the way to go. Staying inside is just the way to go. Okay, what else? Oh, okay, so I made some carrot cake earlier, and it's waiting out in the kitchen cooling. And when I finish here, I'm going to go back and go into the kitchen and make some yummy cream cheese frosting for it. And that is for my class tomorrow. I am having my monthly class on the first Saturday of every month. I have my class here in my stamping studio, my crafter might call it. And oh, Roz, you're on tropical storm watch. Okay, be careful. Renee, you have a street named Noe Bixby. Everyone pronounces it no, but since I've met you, oh, thank you, Renee. We're descended from the French, and it had the little accent on top, and so that is why, but some places it's not pronounced that way. In San Francisco, they have Noe Place, Noe Street, and Noe area even. Yes, okay, Polly, the carrot cake. And you know, I was looking at it. It's my mother's recipe, and I've had it for a really long time. It said on there, it's from the Getty Museum, and I meant to look that up. I think it's the wealthy Getty people from, here in the United States many years ago. And it comes with the recipe for the cream cheese frosting with pineapple and walnuts or pecans, and I usually use pecans. So that's what we're going to have tomorrow for our card class. And I'm making them what we're making here today. Hi, Holly. Good to see you. So we better get going because it is a bit of a project. And it's not a card. It's surprisingly a box. But even if you, J. Paul Getty, exactly, Roz. That is exactly right. Yes, and my mother even made a casserole that's called John B. Getty. And I have that casserole recipe. It's a favorite of my family. I don't make it too much anymore because it had a lot of, it was kind of a high cholesterol thing, but we didn't think that much about that, you know, like 100 years ago. So I don't make it that much anymore. So I guess my mom was kind of into the Gettys. I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, we're going to get on to the news because I want to get through that so that we can get on to our project today. So I'm going to turn you down because I have a little surprise for you. Da, 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 lemons! We are going to be using the Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper today, and we're going to use the lemon paper, and I happen to have, these are not even real lemons, do you believe it? They are paper mache. Maybe they're plastic. I think I got them from a big box store, but I use them for decorating in the summer because lemons are kind of summery, right? So this is a bowl of lemons to get us excited about our project today using lemon paper. And lemons are very, well, you know, they're wintry. Oh, you have these dishes too, the Johnson Brothers? I love my blue and white dishes, and they go really well with the lemons, just like the Mediterranean Blooms paper has blue and white and the fruit, the lemons and oranges. So it's very summery, and I wanted us to feel very summery today. So Ellie's being very good, but I am going to put her down because I need both hands to do our project. So let me just scoot up here. Okay, so we're going to do a lemon project. I wish I would have made something lemony for tomorrow, but it turns out it's carrot cake, so that's the way it is. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the world of news, Stampin' Up! News and my news for my little pretty paper cards. Bonus days coupons that you earned in July, you can spend them starting now. Redeem them, and this is a little instruction sheet, but I've been kind of putting this on my blog and on my Facebook page. So redeem your coupons between August 1st and the August 31st. Yes, lemonade, exactly, Roz. You can use all your coupons at one time or split them up throughout the month, and the only thing is to separate them by a space when you enter the code number. It's like a 6 or 8 digit number. I have to have a little Coke, hold on. That always helps coughs. So I'm just going to keep reminding you of this all the way through August because it's important. I don't want anybody to lose their lose redeeming, you know, lose the value of your coupon on an order. And a very good thing that you can order them on is use them to order. I guess I'll say the right grammatical sentence is the Designer Series paper sale by Stampin' Up!, which starts on the 6th of August and goes through the 31st. You're going to get 15% off select papers from the catalog, the annual catalog, the 24 to 25 annual catalog, and the select papers are here. They're also on the Stampin' Up! They will be on the Stampin' Up! Website on August 6th. And then for the rest of the month, and I had printed out the thing here, and I've been putting, hello Diane, good to see you. I bet it's hot over there in Arizona. Good to see you. I've been putting the link to this on my blog posts. So if you want to know, go on over to my blog, and down at the bottom there's a little link. And the paper we're going to use today is going to be on sale, also 15% off. Most of the papers are $12.50 per pack, and the 15% off price is $10.62. So I've got a list of the papers that I want to get that are on sale, and that I want more of that because it is so gorgeous, and it's in the catalog for the whole year. And here are the rest. Unbounded Beauty is beautiful. This one I'm also going to get and use on some holiday projects because I love it. I've seen the holiday catalog, but I still love this paper. It has beautiful papers too, but this Winter Meadow carried over and it's very pretty. So that's going to be on discount also. Okay. The other thing is, with nothing to show here, pre-order. For demonstrators, we get to pre-order starting next Tuesday, the 6th. And I'm just going to tell you that if you're not a demonstrator, you really should become one, because you're going to want to pre-order on the 6th and you can pre-order at minimum one of all the holiday, hi Colleen, of all the items in the holiday catalog. And it is beautiful. And the thing I love about pre-ordering, well, so much. I stay up until midnight the night before when it goes live, actually at 11 p.m. here in San Diego. I order then. I just make it into a big fun thing. But also, you're getting, Robin's getting a pedicure and watching. Good to see you, Robin. Enjoy your pedicure. Are you going to the place that I go to? Let me know. What a crack up. Okay. So you'll want to be a demonstrator. If you're not a demonstrator, there's no obligation. Please sign up. The link is down below for YouTube, up above for Facebook. Yes, Robin, they want to know. She is feeling better. I saw her in person yesterday. She had COVID, but she is better. So you will want to be able to get all these things early. Karen, good to see you. And I just encourage you to just sign up, get the starter kit. It's like a no-brainer, and there's nothing to lose. Okay, on with today's project. So what we're going to make today is a box, and it's something that the ladies are getting tomorrow, and it's a lemon box. It's a box made out of the Mediterranean Blooms paper, and I'm going to show you how to make this cute little box. And I like to give them little favors, you know? I like to give them surprises when they come to my classes. So inside is 2 little peppermints, but also 2 baker's twines from the Basics. I think it's called Basics Baker's Twine pack. It comes in a pack of 6, and so I'm giving each one of them 2. And some little peppermints to tide them over for the morning. And that's their little box. And just for fun, I made one just to see what it would look like out of the beautiful online exclusive green and gold suite. And isn't that pretty? This paper is absolutely gorgeous. And for the box, I used very vanilla paper so that it went really well with this gold. So just to show you that is something you can do for the holidays, for gifts. And now I'm going to show you how to make this. And we are going to use a different ribbon for our bow. I'll just show you in advance. I don't know about you guys, but I love this natural polka dot trim. Isn't it just so cute? And what I've been doing is cutting it in half lengthwise, because you can really tie it better. And it's like, for a small box, that is a bit thick. You can do it, but I kind of prefer to do it in half lengthwise. Diane, the weather, I missed that. This weekend it's going to be 114 degrees in Arizona, possibly 118. Oh, girl, goodness sakes. Ann Sawson, good to see you. You're in Alaska. You know, that sounds like a good place to be. I hope it's cool there. Yes, lucky you. So if you want to write this down, go ahead and get a paper, because I'm not going to be putting it on my blog or anything. You can just take notes as we make it together. I'm going to make it from the very beginning. And I do want to tell you that, hi Kay, good to see you. I want to say that I learned this from what I believe is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator about a week ago. I wrote everything down. I wrote down I made a little design, and for the life of me, I cannot find her video, and I just feel terrible because I want to give her credit. Now, she made it even more involved and had like a little drawer that popped up out of the box. Mine just opens just normally, just like this, but she had a little drawer that popped up. So if any of you know or see that, let me know, and I would really love to give her credit. I am bad. I'm gonna have to be better about that. Alaska is in the 60s. Oh my gosh, she has a sweatshirt on. You lucky girl. Okay, let's make the box. We're gonna make it from the beginning so that you can know exactly how to make it. And listen, if I can do it and I'm math challenged, you can do it. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch out, pull out the arm on my paper trimmer so that you can, because we're going to have to use it. Ellie is growling that she wants to go somewhere. Ellie, settle down, baby. All right, so we're going to use a piece of 8.5 by 11 basic white cardstock. This is going to be our box. This is going to create our box. And it's going to be 9 inches. So we're going to do the 9 part first. 9 inches by 7 inches. So that's the beginning. We just cut it that way. And then we have, that's what it takes to make the box. So it does take one piece. The recipe, Diane, for the carrot cake, I definitely will. I'll take a picture and I'll put it over on my Facebook. I don't know. I'll put it on my Facebook page, so pop over there. Okay, so this is how we start. And then, so it's 9 by 7, and we're going to start out by cutting at 5/8, or excuse me, not cutting, scoring. I'm going to pay attention and not respond to your comments just for a minute. Hi, Mary Lou. Okay, so 5/8, and we're going to score there on the long side. Well, you know what? Let me do this because this is how I've been doing it, and I want to make sure to get it right. So on this, putting it in portrait manner, portrait position, we're going to score at 2, and we're going to score at 5. You can hear the dog whining. Hopefully she'll stop. All right, then we turn it lengthways, and I'm going to score at 5/8 here. Now what I'm going to do is, I just did the 5/8 on the right because it's real easy to see there. And because with the Stampin' Up paper trimmer, you have this little section over here. But in order to score the rest, I'm going to turn that around so that the 5/8 inch score line is on the left. And then I believe it's real easy. You do 2 5/8, and then you do 4 5/8, and then you do 6 5/8. So it's easy to remember. And then you do 8 5/8, just like that. And then all the scoring is done. And there you are. Now you're ready to make the box. So what I have been doing is putting out my little, I don't know what you call this, my little pattern. And I even, you can see I am just not, this is like a big deal for me to make a box. Okay, Johanna, good to see you from Florida. I made a mistake here and cut there, and it wasn't supposed to be cut, so I put tape on it to hold it back together. So anyway, this is my pattern, and I've been putting this in front of me to make all the boxes so that I can follow it really well. So I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to put the 5/8 inch over on the right, and that really helps me. And then just to kind of help you guys also, a template. Thank you so much, Becky. Yes, and Anne. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to get a pencil here. And just as a little, just a visual, we cut both of those off, okay? So now I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm going to cut those sections off. The thing I liked about this box, the pattern, the template, the whole box from the YouTube that I watched, is that it's nice and firm. It doesn't have, and I'll show you what I mean. I think it's a very well made, a very nice box, and I would feel, you know, proud or good giving it to anyone. It's not like a flimsy box, I don't think. So we cut these two parts off right here. Now, just like that. Okay. Now this is going to be the front lid. And so for these corners, we're going to round the corners. Whoops, Ellie. No, you settle down. I don't know what's wrong with her. Okay, and so we're rounding the corners. If you have a corner rounder punch, that would be fabulous. But since we don't, I'm going to do this. Okay, now what we can do at this point is just burnish all the score lines so that we can see them clearly. We're going to do a little more cutting, but it's good to go ahead and burnish those lines. I think they show up better. And I'll show you the fun little thing in a minute when we get to it that this lady did. There's a little dot of, okay. That I think makes this box so nice and sturdy. And this is why I really liked it. So we'll just get these all burnished and then we can begin to put the box together. And then this little part is really what helps. This little tiny bit right here at the end. Okay, so now we lay it out like this and we cut up those two sides and up these two sides to the center. Like this. Oh, I think maybe my husband was going outside in the backyard. I bet that's why she was fussing. And I'm going to show you and tell you how to cut the little pieces of designer series paper that go on the box also. I don't make a lot of boxes, but you know, it is fun to have a few in your repertoire, especially if you're going to give us a cute little gift to someone or for the holidays. Okay, so I'll put this way again, and you can see how we've cut these pieces up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to this edge and we're going to just do what they call mitering. Cut little triangles here where this will fold so that the box folds nice and flat and the pieces fit in well. So I'm making a triangle on the left and the right sides of the fold line there. And then I'm also going to just cut in on each end. And then that is the extent of the cutting that we need to do, just like that. Okay, now we're ready. And now we're gonna, it doesn't really matter, but the way we're putting it together is with glue, multi-purpose glue. And this is your center right here. Now, one thing that I've been reminding myself about is these sides pull up like this, obviously. But you don't want to put them on the inside. I don't think it looks as nice when you're looking at the box on the inside. In other words, it's nice if the inside just flows and doesn't have another piece coming into it. So all that to say, we're going to put these pieces on, we're going to glue them on the outside like this, okay? So you don't need to put 5 gallons of glue or anything. Just around the edges like that. Then you pull it up, and now this is something that I learned, and that is that you want this part to be flat against your table or whatever. I have the glass mat. In other words, you want to make sure that as long as your glue is still a little loose, that you make sure that you get those down like that. Now we'll move over to the other side and do the same with this little tab here. Okay, doesn't take a ton of glue. And we'll put this one over that side. And again, we're going to look, and you see, I don't know if you could tell, but it was coming up a little bit. And so now I've pulled it down so that it's flush there with the bottom of the box. And that's the way we want it to be. That makes a nice looking box. Okay. Now, the other thing we can do to really make sure that it's going to stay and it's glued nicely is use our bone folder. Go in and use the bone folder like this. Do you mind holding on just one moment? Ellie, what's the matter? Okay, come here. Come here. Come here. You want me to let you help? Okay, let me unhook you. Hold on. Okay, let's just unhook you. Okay, there you go. I have her on the leash back here because otherwise she runs wild through the house and she's like a child when you're on the phone, and she's like this with me when I'm creating. If I don't have her on a leash and next to her bed here with me, she runs all around and she can get herself in trouble. Even at her little age of 13, she still can get in trouble. So just to say, I had to let her go so she can go find my husband. I think he was going outside. Sorry. Okay, now we're going to start with the other sides. And this is where that neat little, not a trick, but the nice thing comes in that makes the box what I think is very nice. So now we're going to put this on the outside, and again, pull it to the bottom so it sets nice and even there. And we're going to just let that dry for a minute, and then we're going to come back and fold this over, and I'll show you how nice. Hi, Georgia. Good to see you. Then we'll come back and I'll show you how nice that tab is when it folds over. Maybe you guys, you probably make more boxes than I do. Maybe you already know the tab thing, but I had never seen it quite like that before, and I really like it. Okay, so we're going to pull that one. And there's no sense rushing through making a 3D project. You can just take your time. And that, you know, when you do take your time, it comes out nicer because you're not flying through everything. So now we have our little tabs. And I'm going to go ahead again and press on the inside with my bone folder to make sure the glue is nice and dispersed in there. Just like that. Okay. Now we'll go back to the first side that we did, and this is where we're going to put this tab over. Now, one thing that I learned by, ask me how I learned it, by trying it, is if I tried to put this down put the tab over and secure it down, before this side was fully adhered, it pulled this up, and I didn't like that. It made the box a little wonky. So that's why we waited, and you wait till that's dry, and then you'll fold your little tab over and then add your glue. And I'm putting the glue not toward the outer edge, but toward the fold. And the reason is because when you get it too close to the outer edge, it might, sneak outside of the little tab a little bit, and that would not be good, because then you could have glue on the inside of your box, which you don't want. And so that little tab now folds over the edge of the box. I mean, I have made boxes before. Right, Becky. Yes, I hadn't seen one like this either. I've made boxes before, but they all have like a rough edge here. And I like this so much because of that tab that goes over. I just think it's so nice. Now we're going to do the other side, remembering to put the glue a little closer to the fold so it doesn't come out. And then when you might have to just hold it a little bit there before you use your bone folder, because now it really is going over like 3 thicknesses of cardstock, and so you want to make sure that it really sticks down, and sometimes that takes a minute. And then to finish off, this is not, there's no folds in here, so you're just folding this down at the end and gluing it. But again, I just think it's such a nice finish. It makes such a nice finish for the box. And then making sure your little tabs, that's why you cut those little triangles and kind of quote what they call mitering. I don't know. I know they call it that. It could be like in woodwork. I don't know. That term mitering, where you just trim the corner in a little bit. And I'm pressing for a few minutes until it really sits down like that. And then we fold over our front edge, our little tab, and we've rounded that so it has kind of a nice finished look to it. And it just goes right in that box. Now, is that not the cutest finished box? I just love it because I just feel like it is kind of secure. That got just a tiny bit folded. I feel like it's just a secure little box. I mean, it's still paper, but it's nice and sturdy for a paper box. I really like it. So now we get to do the decorating part, right? Okay. And so I'm going to tell you, well, I'm going to leave the glue out because I'm going to use it here in a second, but we're going to cut our paper. So let me get my paper trimmer back again. And we don't need to open the arm. And I'm going to use this yellow lemon paper. We talked about the fact that it's a lemon day. And so your measurements are just 1/8 inch in from the size of the areas that we're going to cover. So just an 1/8 inch so that it has a nice, it really has a nice look. So we need, for 3 sides, we need pieces 2 7/8 by 1 7/8. So I'm just going to cut. This is a 12 by 12 piece of the Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper that will be on sale starting August 6th, just to remind you. So that was 2 7/8. And then we're going to have 1 7/8, and we're going to do that 3 times because we need 3 pieces for the top and 2 long rectangular sides. Okay, and then for the 2 little short sides, we need for each one a 1 7/8 inch square. So I'm going to cut off 2 more rectangles and then just cut them 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. And then we'll have all the paper we need. And the rest of it is just, this is just the fun part. This is just decorating your box. And you can do this with any designer series paper for any holiday. Hi, Julia. Good to see you. I'm glad you caught us too. We're making a box today. Okay, so now we're ready to put our lemon paper on. And you could, of course, do it, depending on the color you want. Make a box any color. But for tomorrow, because I'm making them for all the people that are coming to my card class tomorrow, I decided to make them out of this. Now I'm just opening this so I can get a little better view of it here and move that because the glue is still a little bit flexible. And I'm going to press this down. That's what makes it really nice, is if you just kind of press it down. Okay, and then we have 1 piece for the back side. I think what's fun about this is you can really go to town. For example, if you're making it for a certain person, you can really make a little box out of that person's favorite color, and whatever pattern, like if it was a child, although this is a pretty small box for a child's gift, but you know what I'm saying. Specialize it to the person who's going to get the gift. If you're giving an individual gift. Okay, so there's the back, and then we're going to do the front. It's easy. We've done the hard part. This is the easy part. Just put our glue on there. Put our little piece down. And it really is quick. I mean, we're almost finished. I think it's taken us 15 minutes max, don't you? Including cutting all the paper and everything. Not very long. So we'll just press that down. And isn't it just looking cute? And now we're just going to finish off with our sides. I suppose you could put the glue either on the paper or on the box itself. I think I've been doing both. Okay. And these are just little squares, so they just fit in nicely. And I really have to say, I like that 1/8 inch little frame around the paper. I think it makes it, rather than trying to get it to come to the edge, I really like it. I think it makes it a very nice finished box. And this is our last piece. Just right on there. Just like that. And I love my multi-purpose liquid glue because you can just move it about and make sure that you get your project just the way you want it. And now we're still going to do a little decorating, but there you go. It just fits nice and tight. Could you stencil the box before putting it together? Yes. Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't that be great, Becky? Oh, the rose stencils. That would be so beautiful. Absolutely. Roz, you can see making a lot of these boxes. I agree. Well, I made 7 for tomorrow, including this one. Yeah. So this is my 8th, and even for a girl who's a bit math challenged. So just to show you, so it fits the baker's twine really well, and I am going to use this for tomorrow. And a couple of mints. I have them in a plastic bag because I don't want ants to come in, you know, in the heat. So there's our little box. It fits a significant amount. Now we can decorate, and we're going to decorate it simply. What I did ahead of time was I cut a lemon out of one of the other papers where the lemon looks a little bit bigger. In fact, I was going to check something. I don't know about you guys. Do you keep your scraps? I have some little scraps, and I was wondering about a scrap here. Let's see. I just thought a little bit of white might highlight the lemon here. So I have this from, I don't know what dyes. I guess I'll have to let you know. I suppose we could stamp it with something. We really could. That would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? What do I have here? Let's see if I have anything that's a small. Well, I have a little thanks from the Thoughtful Wishes. Let's try that, just for fun. Since we made that little spot there, let's try stamping that. And what should we use? How about garden green? Let's try garden green, because I know that's the color of the leaves, or at least one of the colors. Let's just see how this might turn out. A little ink extra over there. Okay, let's do it at a bit of an angle. Okay, let's see how we think this looks. Favors on a dinner plate. Oh, cute, very cute. Okay, let's just do this. Sometimes ideas just come to me. I don't know about you guys, but ideas just pop into my head. We'll just put that on with it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and take the lid off and just press that down a bit because it is glue. I want to make sure that adheres. And then we can just put the lemon on. Ooh, that's kind of cute, isn't it? We'll just put the lemon on with a little dimensional or two. Let's see. We don't need a lot. I guess we'll use 3. Let's try for 3. Okay. I'm liking this box more every time I play with it. I really am. And we'll get the leaves to go on each side of the sentiment. Kind of like that. Okay. And now we're going to tie our bow. At the beginning, I talked about how much I love this polka dot trim. And I cut a piece of it lengthwise to make it a little thinner. And we're just going to tie a little bow and put a little bow on there. Not sure quite where we're going to put it now that we put our label, but we'll try. We'll see what happens. Let's just play with that. That is a little bit high. Maybe we'll put the bow down here. Let's do that. And I'll just trim off the edges real quick, the little tails. And we'll just put a little bow down there. Or let's see. Well, let me just see. What do you can just stick it right up there or down there. I don't know. I can't decide. Maybe at the bottom. I think I could have planned this a little better. This was a little bit spontaneous, the label. But definitely, let me just encourage you to keep keep a little something nearby, a little container to put your little scraps into. Like if you don't use a label, you might change your mind about something. I just throw it in my little container, and then just like then, when I want something, there I go and grab it. Okay, we'll just put our bow right there like that. Whoops, I'm going to pull my lid off again. And there's our cute little box. Didn't that come out darling? I love it. Under the thanks, yeah, that's what I did. Okay, I think that turned out. We could also go ahead with little embellishments. There are lots of things we could do, but I think it's a darling little finished box, and I hope you like seeing it made, because I just think it's cute. Let's put all three, and I actually made quite a bunch. I've got a picture of all of them here. For those of you who came in a little later, this is one I made from the Green and Gold Season of Green and Gold Designer Series paper. So there you go. They're the cute little boxes. Okay, let's just come on back up, and we need to give away a prize today. Okay, last week we made this card. Do you remember this one with the frame, and we cut the circles out? And so this is the prize for this week, is this card. And that way you would know how to do it. Make a frame and punch circles, small circles, and just glue them right onto the frame. And our winner from last week is Julia Osuna. Julia, there you are. You are the winner of the card. So I will get this out to you. I've got quite a bit that I need to get out. Uh-oh. Somebody's at the door. Okay. So congratulations, Julia. I'm happy for you, and I will get this out to you. And for next week, if you put the word prize today, or anytime up until really pretty close to my live next Friday, I mentioned that I'm going to start giving out some of this glimmer paper, because it's not available until the end of August, at least according to the inventory list, and it really is so pretty. So I'm just going to give a little bit, and for this gift, it's one full 12 by 12 sheet cut into 6 by 6 pieces of Summer Splash and Petunia Pop. So that's the prize for next week. If you put the word prize, this is what you'll get. It's so pretty. I want you to be able to use it, and so I had gotten a little too much, actually, so I have some to give away. So that'll be the prize for next week. Julia, make sure, just as long as we're still online, make sure that you send me your address. I may not have your address, so please email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com with your address so I can get this out to you. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend watching the Olympics. If that's what you'd like to do, that's what we've been doing a lot of and enjoying it very much, all the competitions. And thank you so much for stopping by. Next week, I am going to get to pre-order, and all of us who are demonstrators are going to get to pre-order from the annual catalog. So pretty soon I see an unboxing in our future.